You don't have to choose. I've had a lot of different jobs over my life, wearing these hats, many of which were actually not made for my head. And at times, often, I felt like a loser. How could I change jobs so frequently? Of course, no one had overtly discussed the pet to threat phenomenon, nor the tokenized hire to me back then. One recruiter told me I was a flight risk, though in my then field, which was fundraising, the average tenure was 18 months. So was everyone a flight risk, or was he just entirely unaware of the context under which Black women were being hired and fired? Anyway, over time, one gains comfort in weaving together all the variously hued threads of life and making them make sense. The constant is you. And who's to say you aren't not doomed, to try out different things? Who's to say you can't be several things at once? Activist or artist, nurse or visionary, teacher or political trailblazer. There are legions of foremothers who came before us who were more than just one kind of thing. These sheroes were living, breathing intersections, messy, layered, whole, liberated. This is the spirit I invite us to carry in our heart. Consider Modjeska Simpkins, educator, public health pioneer, tireless civil rights warrior. She moved from the classroom to the front lines of activism, mobilizing communities, uplifting the sick, and funding the Black press. Simpkins turned every so-called contradiction into her life into a force for change, proving you can fight for justice in more than one arena at a time. Lillian Wald founded Community Health Nursing. She established the Henry Street Settlement in New York City, and she advocated for women's suffrage, child labor reform, and the rights of immigrants. Her career flowed from bedside to boardroom to the streets, never letting her training as a nurse limit her expansive social vision. Healing and resistance are, in fact, two sides of the same coin. Shirley Chisholm, educator, legislator, presidential candidate. She blazed trails in government after years leading classrooms and nurturing communities. Unbought and unbossed, Chisholm showed us how to wield many identities at once. Voice for the marginalized, policy strategist, and mentor for a new generation of leaders. Or go further back and you'll remember that Sojourner Truth was an abolitionist, women's rights advocate, preacher, and more, never resigning her glory to just one box. She demanded liberation not just for herself, but for all those caught within intersecting systems of oppression. What about the titan of the early 20th century, Mary McLeod Bethune? Educator, humanitarian, stateswoman, and activist, she created one of the first schools for Black girls, built a Bethune-Cookman University, and founded the National Council for Negro Women, all while shaping national policy and mentoring generations. And a whole bunch of other people waiting to be rediscovered and honored. None of these foremothers let society's narrow labels contain them. They inhabited their intersections and contradictions. They modeled a life of both and, not either or. So, you, don't pick a single dimension. Show us all that you are. That is where your power lives.